Hey guys, Ricks here, and today I'm coming back at you with another video, and quite obviously it is another part of my Vietnam War MOC series. So if you guys haven't been following along, I believe that this is part 9. Yes, we've actually been doing this for quite a few episodes now. This is now my longest running MOC series kind of collection of videos that I've done on this channel, and you guys have been seeming to really enjoy all of the videos that I'm putting out on them. So I thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope that you continue to like these videos because I could easily foresee this series going to 20 or even 25 different parts, just based upon how big and how many different vehicles we end up building. So this episode is mainly going to be centered around some minor cosmetic updates to some of the terrain, some new plants, and then kind of a larger question that I have for you guys regarding some of the minifigures in this MOC. So I guess to start off, what I will show, if I can move my stand out of the way, is that I have completed the land over here. Now it's all completely, covered up, so that's nice to see. I did not finish this little area over here because, and the reason you might be asking, this looks rather bare and rather minimal, right? The reason that it's like that is that I'm probably going to be extending this even further. So this is probably going to be a lot larger on this end. So that's kind of the reasoning there, that I don't mind that kind of, the back of this piece seems rather bare and incomplete. The minifigures on this side of the MOC haven't really altered much, if you can see right here. Still generally kind of a similar setup to what we had before, with a lot of guys hanging out. I guess the only different setup that there might be are these three guys right here at the front who are, kind of hanging out. These are, I believe that these are Special Operations Group minifigures. They use the Tiger Stripe camo to the most recent Special Operations Group minifigures. But anyways, those are kind of the updates over here. Something else that's a minor update is that I finished this side. I finally ordered, I think I got, it was like 300 of 2x6 green plates. So I'm happy to finally be able to finish at least this, and hopefully I'll be able to extend it even further. My biggest problem now is that I do not have enough of this filler brick to really fill out everything. So that's actually going to be the biggest hurdle for me, is getting enough filler brick. So I think one of the first questions I wanted to ask is, what do you guys think of this plant style right here? What you can see is that it looks rather tall, it looks rather full, and essentially I'll show you the back. What it is it is a headlight piece on top of this kind of rod piece. It's similar to this one right here that you can see on the underside of the trees. So this olive green plant is one kind of fully fleshed out. And I wanted to know what you guys thought about it. I felt like it added a lot of height to my MOC. And I think something that you'll notice throughout this MOC is my biggest issue really with the vegetation was that it simply wasn't tall enough. Now, if you think about the Vietnamese forest and you think about, or should I say the Vietnamese jungle, and you think about how thick it was quite, all encompassing, and it was very tall. It had tall trees, it had tall plants, just all of that, everything that I've said in regards to that. So that's why I felt that it was necessary to create a tall type plant. And that's how I came up with this kind of solution. It is very piece intensive with these leaf pieces. So I don't know how feasible it will be for me to make many of these. I do have a few hundred of the olive and these green pieces alone. So I'll probably need to make a bricks and pieces or a pick-a-brick order off of lego.com in order to supplement these. But I already know that I'm going to be needing to make one of those orders soon because I'm really running out of these larger leaves that I use, in the majority of these larger plants. I have like none of them left. I have a few, probably about 10 dark orange, I think. I have like 20 of the darkish yellow, kind of like a fall color. And then I have very few of the bright green, dark green, and just normal green color remaining. So I think my big question for this episode was, whether you guys think that this kind of technique right here, as you can see, I'll show you the back side of it. But this is what it looks like in the front. I'm also utilizing it right here. As you can see the green headlight brick just peeking out behind that olive. But if you zoom out and kind of think about it in context of a minifigure's height, I think that it does actually work quite well. That's kind of my big question as I'm repeating myself now, but I didn't quite know what you guys would think of that. And so I really wanted to get your opinion on that. Something else, I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous episodes, but I was attempting kind of this new little shrubbery tree technique that you can see here and here with the upside down stem pieces. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. They feel a little bit too small, if that's the right word for the Vietnamese jungle. I don't know. They just feel like they're not very full. They don't make me feel like they give the jungle kind of a very overwhelming kind of, I guess, feel to it. Because, if you think about the Vietnam jungle, it was very much in your face. And, you really have to concentrate a lot of these in a similar area to get any of that effect, essentially, that you could get, I think, much better from maybe a technique like this. So I guess, if you guys have any opinions on these style of little trees, you can go ahead and let me know. I think that I'm leaning towards removing them simply due to the fact that I don't really know, if they look great. The other thing is I don't have many of the parts, so that is a secondary, I guess, reason that I'm considering removing them, simply due to the part usage. But I could always order more parts, so I don't really think that should be my justification. And then I guess the final minor question that I have is whether you think this type of tree works for Vietnamese jungle. So as you know previously, I made those trees using the 1x1, I guess, flower petal parts in the reddish brown. And recently I transplanted these trees using the flex tube in reddish brown from my Civil War MOC. I didn't know whether they still fit in this Vietnam setting. I think that the plus side to using them is that I'm going to be able to create a lot more trees with a lot less pieces. And also it gives a lot of height to the jungle. If you can see, obviously, we put a minifigure next to this tree. It's quite a lot taller than him, right? So it does give that effect of a tall jungle, a very lush jungle. So I don't know whether I like it. I think I'm still kind of undecided on the issue, but if you guys have any opinions on that, it would be very helpful. So other than that, there's not really any other updates. This has, of course, been another Vietnam War MOC update video. I'm very happy that you guys decided to tune in. And as you can see, a part fell over here that I'll have to fix later. But as always, if you've been enjoying this series, like, comment, subscribe, do all the normal stuff. And I'll catch you on the next part of the Vietnam War MOC series.